Hi, I'm Bob from I Like to Make Stuff, a channel here on YouTube where I make all sorts of stuff. Today, we're going to walk through the modeling process for one of my recent projects, and the point here is to show you how you can model something really complex, but the modeling process can be actually pretty simple. Today, we're going to be modeling this. It's a liquid injector for an aquarium, but basically liquid flows through this pipe, and then there's 4 little injectors that squirt other types of liquid into the flow of water. This is a fairly complex piece to print, but modeling it only used a few tools. Now the first thing we're going to do is model the tube that this connects to, even though we don't really need to. It's a good frame of reference when you're making something to model any of the real world stuff that you're going to be working with. So we're going to start with the tube, and that starts with a line. First off, I created a new component, like I always do for everything, and this is going to represent the tube itself that we're connecting to. And inside that, I created a new sketch and then just a single line. Now, once we have that line, I'm going to go up and use a single tool, the pipe tool. And this will take any stroke, no matter if it's straight or curved or whatever, and turn it into a pipe. Once you open up the pipe menu, you'll see that you have some options here. You can set whether it's hollow or not, you can set the size of it, and the shape. I'm going to go ahead and mirror this just so I've got a long piece to work across. Now that we've got the pipe, I'm going to go ahead and create another component where my actual injector is going to be created. Now a new sketch. Now from the center of this sketch, I'm going to use a center rectangle just to make this body of the injector. This is the basic shape that's in the middle of this. And that basic shape is really only there so that we can model from it. We need to add the barbs to the end of this. If you're modeling the barbs on the end of this, you don't have to model the entire thing all the way around. You just need the profile on one side. Once you've got that profile, you can use the revolve tool to make a cylindrical barb. Now drawing these barbs is really simple. I just drew a few straight lines all connected at the end just to make a single one of the little barbs. Then I used the pattern tool to actually repeat that over and over to get 3 of them. Once I had the outside profile of that barb, then I just had to close it off. So it was a closed shape. And then once you have the closed shape, you can use the revolve tool to actually make it a cylinder. There you go. A really simple profile sketch and a single tool gave me a cylindrical barb on one end of my injector. Now I can make a duplicate on the other end just by using the mirror tool across the center. But first, let's turn on component coloring so we can start to see these individual pieces. Now we need to make the center body of this injector, and this is just another pipe. But since I already have a rectangle built, I just want to show you another way to make a pipe out of that shape. I already set up a few parameters for the thicknesses of the walls and the lengths of things, and so I can use those to help change this rectangle into a cylinder. Basically, I'm going to use the offset tool in the sketch environment to offset that shape to a different shape, giving me the inner and the outer walls of this cylinder. And then a few extra lines on the ends just to get the shape that I want. Now I'm going to use the revolve tool again, but just with one section, just the top section, and revolve around. So far I've created all 3 of these bodies as separate bodies, which means I can name them so I can easily keep track of what I'm looking at. Now of course, I don't want these to be 3 pieces. I want this entire injector to be one piece so that it's watertight. So on those end barbs, I use the offset tool to pull them in a little bit so that all of the pieces overlap, and when I export them out to a printer, everything will act as one piece. And then I was really curious what it would look like if it was printed in glass or some clear material, so I had to try that out with the appearances. Now that looks pretty cool, but it would actually be helpful to look on the inside of this shape to make sure that we can actually see how everything overlaps, to make sure that it's watertight. And you can do this very easily with something called section analysis. From here, I can see that the pieces overlap in the way that they should, but they are still 3 distinct pieces. Now next up, I need to make the actual little injectors, and I'm only going to make one of these and just copy it. And this, again, starts with a single line. So I started out just making a curve, and then grabbed the individual points to adjust that curve to make it actually look like I wanted to. It's really handy to not have to get it right the first time. You can grab those control points and actually adjust the line as you go. Once that line looks pretty good, I use the pipe tool again to turn it into a really tiny pipe. Now that we've got that injector pipe, we need to make another barb. A really tiny one, in fact, but we can do it basically the same way we did it before. By creating another sketch and then projecting shapes that already exist up into that sketch, I can use them as reference. So I just used the angled top of that pipe, and then from there I was able to create the barb exactly like I did it in the first one. Since I just created this one injector and I need to copy it across the length of the body, I went ahead and moved the one that I made all the way down to the end, and then I can use the pattern tool to copy it down the length of the body itself. Just like that, I've got 4 separate injectors going into the body. Now, one of the problems here currently is that each one of these injectors is a solid body that passes through another solid body, and so obviously no liquid can pass through that space. So we need to open up the inside of them. You can do this really easily, but first let's take a look at that through the section analysis, just so you can see what I'm talking about. We can easily get rid of the pieces that exist where the 2 bodies overlap using the combine tool. And we can actually do this in a single action. We have 1 target, which is this long tube, and then 4 tools, which are the individual injectors, which means it will cut all 4 of these out of the main target body. And once that action is complete, we have separate bodies that we can then go in and hide or delete. And just like that, through the section analysis, you can see that liquid can pass through each one of the injectors into the main body. And there you go, that's how I modeled this inline liquid injector for an aquarium. Now the cool thing about this is that I drew all of this with only a couple of sketch lines and only used a few tools to turn it into 3-dimensional bodies, and it's all based on parameters. So if I had to change the size of the pipe that this connected to, that would be very, very easy to do. I hope this gave you a little idea of how quickly and easily you can use Fusion to get some ideas out of your head into the real world. Thanks for hanging out with me. Be sure to check out our other videos, and I'll see you in the next one.